Alright everybody, hello and welcome. As always, I am Sean. This is In The Mixer, episode 2 of our one season wonder series with Manchester United. Thank you to everyone that went and checked out the first episode. The response has been fantastic so far. I think we're definitely going to try and keep doing more of these one season wonder type deals throughout the course of the year. So if you have any teams that you want to see, put them in the comment section below. Let me know who you want to check out, who you want to see in the game, who you'd like to see me run through a singular season with. Now, we're going to jump pretty much straight into the game and have a look at our results from the last few games. Of course, in that first episode, we went through the entire preseason, did a whole bunch of different stuff, and then started the season with a 1-1 draw to Newcastle and a 3-2 win against Crystal Palace. We did concede late on in both games, which was a bit frustrating. We then played Liverpool and got absolutely walloped 5-0. Apparently, the best player in world football at the moment is Andrew Robertson. He was involved in everything that they did. Goals, assists, whatever else. He was all over the place. We have made a couple of tactical tweaks, and that has kind of helped us out a little bit. Rather than going consistently with the same tactic, same formation, we're switching at the moment between our counter structure away from home or playing good sides at home and our positive structure when we are expected to have the majority of the possession, playing against a team that might be more difficult to break down. And then we're, of course, going gung-ho whenever we need to try and chase a goal, find an equaliser, whatever else. Sometimes that does bite us. I'll show you why in a moment. We also had our Euro Cup draw throughout that time. We've been playing Saint Etienne, CFR Cluj, and who was the other one? NK Maribor. We're comfortably on top of the group, doing quite well. We're through to the next round already. We're guaranteed top position regardless of what happens in our other games. We did lose the last one out against Saint Etienne, but we did rotate quite a bit. Otherwise, it's been pretty good. There's been a couple of heavy defeats, the one we spoke about against Liverpool. Everton also beat us 5-2, but we've had some good performances as well, beating Chelsea, beating Tottenham, beating most of the sides beneath us in the table, and we've also managed to rotate effectively when we've had midweek European fixtures and all that sort of stuff. In this episode today, we're going to be playing Leicester, who have been doing okay this season, sitting in 10th spot away from home, and we're also going to play Arsenal at home, who are currently sitting down in 9th. As things currently stand, we're in 4th spot, so working towards European football, but it's real tight. We're on 27 points, 3 points behind us are West Ham and Wolves. Crystal Palace and Tottenham are in the area. Arsenal aren't that far behind, so it'll be a massive must-win game for them. And really, we just want to keep up our form, keep up our momentum, get through these games. We're going to jump pretty much immediately straight into the game against against Leicester. And we'll go through the two lineups now. They are playing a very balanced 4-3-3 shape, similar to the real-life one that they're using at the moment. They haven't named Maddison. I think he's got an injury at the moment. But some excellent players, two wonderful fullbacks in Ricardo Pereira and Ben Chilwell. Sionchu, I think is how I pronounce the centre-back's name, is a beast in this game. Wilfred Ndidi is a beast in this game. And Jamie Vardy up top is, of course, always dangerous. We're going to go with our 4-1-4-1 shape. Being away from home, we're going to try and counter-attack a little bit more. I'm also starting to think with this shape and formation, we need to do shorter passing to try and retain possession a little bit more. So when we do recover it, we keep it for longer and don't just immediately hoof the ball forward. But that's something that we'll continue to work on over time. We're also going to say passionately, great opportunity to show the pundits they've been right to back you up. Everyone seems motivated, and hopefully we can ride that wave of momentum and that positivity to a good performance in both these games. No highlights to speak of yet, but we're going to use our Get Creative shout 30 minutes in, see if we can't try and create something. They're not on top. They have had more shots on target, but they're not on top statistically. It's pretty even from what we've seen so far, though there is a highlight here. Sionchu with the ball forward to Ricardo Pereira. Looks for the crossfield switch towards Barnes on the left-hand side. We've got good numbers back. We're not committing too high up the pitch. Ndidi now to Tielemans. Just need to stand him up, not do anything silly. Goes all the way back to Evans. Now back to Sionchu, into Tielemans again. The press is moving forward just a little bit. We've gone all the way back to Schmeichel. Long ball forward. It should be won by Wan-Bissaka without any trouble. Long ball over the top towards Pogba, who's making a good overlapping run. Can he find the finish? It's not a bad effort on his left foot, but it's well wide of the goal. All right, we get through to half-time, and what we're going to do is just tell everybody, you're falling well out there, keep it up, the result will come. And then after probably about an hour, we might have a look at how we're travelling and see if we want to try and play a little bit further forward. There's a highlight here. Ball's out now left with Sancho. We've worked it forward from the goal kick. Tonali splits it out right to Lingard. Now Tonali again. Madic. Ball across. Tonali's in the area. Thankfully he's won that one. He needs to release the ball. Wan-Bissaka finds Lingard goal side. Gets into the box from the wide area, and he could have squared that one back up. The support runs weren't fantastic. Martial has had a good season, but that one wasn't the best supporting run. He would have been there on hand to poke that one home had he been on his toes. In our goal, we're going to make one adjustment. We're going to go to our positive structure. We're going to go after it a little bit more. We're going to take off the extra midfielder in Madic and bring on Mason Greenwood up top. Marcus Rashford is out with an injury still. Passionately, we're going to say, show me what you've got today. And hopefully, we can get a little bit of response out of him. We'll also use our Get Creative shout. Play the game a little bit further up the pitch, and hopefully They don't catch us on the counter, which has been our biggest kind of issue so far this season. Throw in here, Pereira to take. Ndidi back to Pereira. Maguire gets it away. Martial with the ball now. We've got a 2v2 breaking forward. Martial bursts down the middle and he's 1v1 with the goalkeeper. Can he find the finish? It's a good save from Schmeichel, who got out, made himself big and pushed it around the post for the corner. Tonali to take the resulting corner now. It's a deep one across. Sionchu with the header away. Now to Sancho. Into Pogba. Sancho again. Back to Pogba, retaining possession well. Over to Tonali. We can keep going to the right-hand side. We've got a 2v1 on the right here if we work it correctly. Wan-Bissaka, Chilwell with a good tackle. That's the end of the highlight. Throw in here. Chilwell to take on the left-hand side for Leicester. To Iheanacho, who's come off the bench. Back to Ndidi. To Tielemans. Across to Prayer. Deep ball in behind for Vardy, and he's hit the base of the post, but he was eventually ruled as offside. 10 minutes to go. We're going to use our demand more shout. We've got a highlight here immediately. It's going to come back to Wan-Bissaka. Back to Tonali, across to Pogba at the top of the box. What a strike that is. 5th goal of the season for Pogba. Absolutely rifled that one into the top corner. Very similar to the goal that Scott McTominay got on the opening day of the season in the last episode. It's going to look great in 3 dimensions because it hit right up the post. And it always looks good once you hit a post on the way in. Tonali, good weighted pass. Pogba hits it first time. Nothing Schmeichel could do about that one. Clips the post on its way in. And will that be enough to see us through in the last 10 minutes? We've used our demand more shout as well, so everyone's focused. We just have to concentrate and get through to the 90th minute. 4 minutes to be added on. They've got a highlight here. Ndidi to Ricardo Pereira. Good tackle from Shaw, but Ricardo Pereira still swings the ball in. De Gea comes out and claims. We've got 3 men forward on the right if we can try and get the ball out early. De Gea with the ball now. Looks long towards Martial. Ricardo with a volley. Wan-Bissaka wins the ball high up the pitch and bursts into space. Just slow down. Head to the corner flag if you want. Cuts it back for Lingard. To Tonali. Lingard again. Out to Wan-Bissaka. They're definitely playing with a bit higher a press. They're all moving straight to the ball once someone gets it. Wan-Bissaka cuts it back for Lingard. Into Greenwood. Chilwell gets the ball away to Prayer. Good ball out wide to Iheanacho. He hasn't got much of an angle to work with, and thankfully it's a good saving challenge from Harry Maguire, putting it out for a corner. So there's still that ball over the top that's the danger. Tielemans to take the corner now. Deep one away. We managed to hack the ball clear off the line, but I don't think it was going in anyway. Dennis Praet punts the ball into touch for whatever reason. I don't know why he's done that. Last highlight of the game, Lingard's just put the ball straight in the back of the net. We didn't see anything in relation to the build-up. And let's have a look at this in 3 dimensions. It's Tonali with a free kick. Deep one across towards Sionchu, heads it away. Sancho knocks it back in, and Lingard from about a yard out swings a leg at it and rifles that one into the roof of the net. I think the commentary came up that he was on loan, but it's fine. It is what it is. Passionately, let's say, very pleased with the resulting performance. 2-0 probably flatters us a little bit. We weren't fantastic, but, Leicester are a good team, a top 10 side, and we've done well to win away from home. Harry Maguire gets one over Leicester. Wan-Bissaka got the man of the match rating with an 8.3. So we're going to go in and tell him he was fantastic in the last match, just to try and boost him a little bit. We've got 2 days now until the game against Arsenal, so we're going to make use of a rest day and just pretty much give everyone that started the opportunity to have a rest. And then I think because we're playing at home, we're going to make a change and go with our more positive structure from the off, which we'll see Mason Greenwood come in for a start. Rashford's still out for a few more weeks, and they're telling me Tonali needs a rest. I'm just going to give him the 2 days to try and see how he pulls up, and then we'll go from there. But Magic Betting, we'll jump forward to that game now. All right, and just like that, we're a couple of days ahead. They're playing a 4-2-3-1 shape. Ozil is in the team and playing at the 10. Aubameyang is the forward that's pushed out to the left. Pepe on the right, Lacazette up top. So it's a very, very dangerous front four. Xhaka and Ceballos will anchor midfield. There is a little bit of weakness there. You'd maybe want to see Torreira in there if they were playing a bit more defensively. Back four of Tierney, David Luiz, Socrates, and Hector Bellerin, and Bernd Leno in goals. We've made no real changes. The only one is that Nemanja Matic drops down to the bench and Mason Greenwood comes on to give us our 4-4-2 structure. Lingard currently playing on the right-hand side. We are going to try and bring Daniel James back in once he's fit again. He is still injured, so that's the reason Lingard's playing. He was also upset about his playing time, so you do have to manage that sort of stuff throughout the course of the season. But otherwise unchanged and a good win last time out. Hopefully we can carry that on into this game. We're going to assertively say, pick up where you left off last time out. Everyone's responded pretty much positively to that. And if we can get 2 from 2 in episode 2, it would just be wonderful alliteration and balance. De Gea now, deep goal kick, takes it short to Maguire, looks out to the right, forward to Lingard now. Got men running off the shoulder in the middle. He bursts past a couple of challenges, needs to play the square ball. Instead, he strikes from the wide area. If he had gotten to that same spot and then just passed it across the 6-yard box, we had 2 guys on in Martial and Greenwood that would have poked it home. Tonali with the corner towards Maguire. Pinballs around a little bit. Lingard should tidy up. Doesn't play the ball to Tonali, and Tierney tackles and wins the ball back. Similar to the last highlight, we start with De Gea, who goes forward to Maguire. He's again coming out to the right-hand side, and Lingard Definitely trying to isolate a little bit of weakness with Kieran Tierney dropping deep there. Ball over the top, cut out well by Lindelof. Martial looks for a reverse pass towards Pogba. Ball forward again, cut out by Lindelof. Out to Luke Shaw. Ball towards Greenwood. He's got a man over in Lingard who can drive a little bit towards the byline. Can he square it up? Cuts it back for Martial. That's exactly the ball that we need. Lingard to be playing 18th goal of the season for Martial, which is a phenomenal return given that we are currently in December, I think it is. And he's well on track for a 35-goal season. Lingard, this is the play that we need. Get to that wide area, then cut it back. And if he had done that the other 2 or 3 times he's gotten in behind, who knows what the score would be. But 10 minutes in, we're a goal up and playing pretty well at the moment. Bellerin with the throw-in on the right. Taken towards Ozil. Sancho heads the ball away. Pepe now to Xhaka. Ball in behind for Bellerin. He made a good overlapping run. He's in a wide area and thankfully he makes the same poor decision. Shoots from the wide area and puts it side netting. Now, as things currently stand, we would be one of the teams on 16 games played as the first game this weekend. Chelsea would drop below us into 4th spot. We'd go up into 3rd. Level on points with Liverpool, 3 points behind Man City, but they have far superior goal differences and they also have games in hand. So don't read too much into that just yet. All right, we're going to passionately say, or we're going to assertively say, don't get complacent out there. A couple of players look stressed. We might also make a bit of an adjustment and drop that extra man into midfield. Greenwood hasn't had much of an impact in the match just yet. So we'll drop into Nemanja Matic, try and choke it up a little bit, and then we'll give it another 15 minutes before we make any massive changes. All right, now we're going to go on player performance, and Pogba hasn't had the best game, so we'll bring on McTominay just to give us some fresh legs in the middle of the park and see how we go. Tell him we have faith in him, which he's responded positively to. There's a highlight going on just here. Ball back into Matic, now to Maguire, all the way back to De Gea, forward to Lindelof. Goes for the long ball over the top. Martial's 1v3. Just needs to stand him up, gets to a wide area and then strikes. He could have cut that one back. Pogba was arriving in the box quite late. But I won't give him too hard a time given that how well he did to bring the ball down and get beyond those players and find a strike. Ozil with a deep free kick towards the back stick, and it's Emile Smith-Rowe with his 5th goal of the season. I'm starting to regret making that adjustment. So let's go back to our positive structure. And we might also take off Tonali, because we know that he was struggling for fitness, and we'll bring on Tahith Chong to play as the advanced forward. We shouldn't have made that change. Now I'm doubting everything. We can do this. We can find the win. There's a highlight still going on here. Maguire goes all the way back to De Gea, who's got both fullbacks out wide if he wants to go direct to them. Instead, he goes short to Maguire, finds Lindelof, and the highlight comes to an end, so I don't know why we saw it. 10 minutes remaining. We're going to use our Get Creative shout. And we've got a corner immediately. Sancho to take it. Hits the deck, and Chong with the finish. His 2nd goal of the season. Been very much limited to performances off the bench in wide and forward areas, but that is an excellent finish. Was it a missed header in there from one of the Arsenal defenders? No, it's a good ball in. Sancho finds Chong, and it's a good left-footed finish from the young man. They haven't quite got his hair right as far as the 3D character model goes, but is that enough to see us get beyond Arsenal? We just have to hold on for the last few minutes. 5 minutes to be added on. They've also had some positive team talk from the sideline. Sancho with another free kick. Deep area. Lingard should get to the ball first. Reset out to Sancho on the left-hand side. Just hold the ball. Cuts it back to Lindelof. Into McTominay. Top of the box. Gets his strike away. It's hit the base of the post, and then Leno gets the ball away. Very awkward-looking save there, and then an even weirder-looking clearance. 95th minute now. They've got one last corner. Ozil to take. Deep one across back stick towards Aubameyang. McTominay heads it away, but Aubameyang's going to chase it down. Is there any further to this highlight? They've got one last chance from this throw-in. Bellerin to take on the right-hand side. Finds Willock. Back to Bellerin. The cross is then closed down by Jadon Sancho. They're going to have one last opportunity from this corner, you'd think. We've got most of our men back, leaving Martial forward. Lindelof gets Martial nearly 1v1 against Bellerin. Sancho bursts forward into our own half, and the referee calls full time. Good win, good performance. Probably didn't make the right decisions at halftime in dropping that extra man. If we were doing well, just have faith that you're going to continue to do well in the second half. And well done to Tahith Chong, one of the kids at the club. Definitely did well to step off the bench and find the winner. Passionately, we're just going to say a very nice victory. Well done. A good win to Arsenal, who are always a decent test, I should say. Luke Shaw's got an injury, 6 to 9 days. That's fine. We're not too worried about that. Let's do this press conference. Positive results sees us go ahead of Chelsea. They know what they have to do. That's fine. Tahith Chong got his first league goal for the club. Congrats to him. He must have scored in Europe previously. And a good late winner is what football's about. So where does that leave us in our competitions? We've got one more game in the Euro Cup or Europa League, and we'll see who we get in the knockout stages. We'll probably know more about that in the next episode. It does take us up into 3rd spot on the Premier League table, but I'm not getting ahead of myself. I don't think we're going to catch Liverpool. I don't think we're going to catch Man City. They're both very, very good teams. Looking forward to the next episode, episode 3. I think we'll probably come back maybe next month and do these 2 games. Not the most exciting fixtures, but Brighton and Wolves. So that will be the Wednesday night episode. And then looking even further forward, we could have maybe Tottenham and Chelsea as the Thursday episode, and maybe potentially do 3 episodes for the last game of the series. On Friday night, Liverpool, Man City and Sheffield United to finish the season. Do a little bit of a mega one. And then fingers and toes crossed, if we make it to the FA Cup final, the Europa League final or something like that, we'll bring that to you in a bonus episode over the weekend. Now, I hope you guys are enjoying the series so far. I hope you're enjoying the concept and just trying to get like short little miniature series in throughout the course of the season. If you have any feedback, positive or negative, by all means, chuck it in the comment section below. I do respond to every comment that I get. If you've got sides that you want to see me do similar one season saves with, then also please feel free to put them in the comment section below. We've already had some fantastic suggestions of teams that we'll do in the future. You can subscribe to the channel if you want to be kept up to date to all of our new content as it continues to come out. We're not far from the level 10 database being ready, which means FC Isle of Man as our long-term save is just around the corner. You can subscribe. I got it right that time. I'm getting better and better each week. You can subscribe to the channel to be kept up to date on those videos as they continue to be released. You can follow InTheMixer_FM on Twitter to see all our interactions within the community, and you can also check out twitch.tv/InTheMixer_FM for whenever we do live streams. It's usually Sunday nights, Sunday mornings, depending on where the world you're watching from. But more than anything, guys, thank you so much for watching. That's the part I appreciate the most. I've been Sean, and I'll see you all again in the Mixer.